shocking to you that you pulled a Garth Brooks? Because that was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
You know what? It was really shocking to me because I didn't really understand the appetite for country music at this time. I knew people wanted to get out and enjoy live, but you can never predict that you're going to do 6 shows. We wanted to do 1. Maybe we thought we could do 2 on the next day. But when the head of Ticketmaster is talking with your agent and saying, our algorithm detects that you can do more shows, keep announcing, we're all in this big conference call. We're like, all right, let's go. All right, let's go. We're at 4. Are you kidding me? 5. Are you kidding me? 6. Are you serious? Yeah, we were all freaking out.
But I think you could have done more. Was it 6 just because there was no more time in that weekend?
Yeah, the algorithm said that we could have doubled. We could have gone up to 12.
That's crazy.
But to do it on the next weekend almost was like starting over. We had the approval from the government of Alberta and Alberta Health Services plus Health Canada to do it within that time frame. And this isn't just the shows. This is a few days of setup because we've got a massive stage. We've got a massive big screen coming from the Edmonton Eskimos CFL team. So we're doing this big thing. And if you have to leave it there and do it again next weekend, it's almost like starting over from scratch.
You would have to take it down health-wise, right? And then put it back up.
Correct. And even though we had the wonderful support from Safeway, that is able to cover so many of the costs that 100% of our proceeds go straight to the food banks in Alberta, it was just too big a cost, too big a health risk. It is a big financial risk too. So we had to cap it at 6.
I have to tell you, the food bank thing makes my heart so warm. I've done a couple of volunteer shifts there, and you genuinely don't realize how prevalent the usage is until you step foot and you're either walking in there to get food or you're working there. It is something that you don't realize until you need it or are in there. And just the fact that we're going through what we're going through, so many more people are using it. And I've been told before, summer, their shelves get empty because everybody thinks about them in the winter during Christmas, and then the shelves get empty throughout the year. So it's just fantastic.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. And yes, getting a chance to see that firsthand, the way that you did or the way that I have, and, my travels across Canada, it's a very sad thing to see, but it's reality. And it's important for those who can give to do so. And so I thought the way that we could do this in the biggest way possible was making sure that all of our money went through the food banks. And Safeway and Sobeys, their parent company, have done such a great job in leading that charge. And the minute we talked about this, that's exactly where they said they wanted all the money to go. So we know we can do a lot of good for a time in our provincial history where we really need it.
Well, speaking of history, this is history. Nobody has ever done a drive-in concert in Canadian country music before. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
That's why I have so many questions.
Okay. Give them
what
to
do
me.
I do in my car? Do I honk or clap?
Well, you can do both, but I ain't going to hear the clapping. I'm going to hear the honking because everyone has
Right.
to stay in their vehicle. So, yes, we want you to honk.
Can you roll down your windows and clap, or is it you have to keep them up?
You can roll down your windows. That's allowed. We've got a website called drivein.brettkissel.com where we had a lot of fun. The rules are serious, but we adjusted them a little bit in the wording to make it sound a little bit less scary. But yes, of course, if it's a hot day, you roll your windows down. But it's going to be very awkward for me as an entertainer to play on stage with no speakers. My microphone goes straight into our soundboard, straight into an FM transmitter, straight to your car.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
speakers.
that's cool. So what? Okay, do I sing along in my car, or is that going to annoy everybody in my car?
Well, that depends. If you're like me, my daughters are like, Dad, let Queen Elsa sing. And I'm trying to find a harmony to The Little Mermaid or something like that. And my daughters remind me that I don't quite sing as well as they do in the Disney movies. So that's up to you. Each car has their own rules, I guess.
And what about the bathroom situation? Do I just bring a Gatorade bottle for the family?
Yes, you do. And a Gatorade will be used up pretty quick. So you might want a 4-liter milk jug, just so you know. But that's the question I get asked the most. Legally and for health reasons, we cannot provide restrooms. It's an interesting thing. People would think that would be a mandatory thing that we need to provide, but there's no way to keep them clean. And we want to keep everybody contained, which is why our concert and our entire guest experience is going to be really, really special, but also quite brief. Usually, you've seen my shows. I could sing for 3 hours if they let me.
So good.
Well, and I appreciate you saying that, but we're keeping this down to around the 1 hour mark. So people get in, watch the show, and then they leave. Plus, we've got 6 shows to do. So, yes, our little rhyme is please go before the show.
Oh, I like that. Or bring a pecan. One of two things.
Exactly. And if you're just traveling by yourself or you're just with the boys, hey, I've done that on so many drives, riding the 15-passenger van to play the bar in Prince George, BC. I mean, we've all done it.
Just don't get anything with a dangerous edge. Other than that, you're fine.
Yeah, if you're going in a pop can, that's too big a risk.
Okay, more questions. I love that I'm learning because I've talked about this on our show. Harry and I, we always talk about, like, where do you pee? Do you clap or honk? Do you honk after every song, or do you honk as you're, like, with the song? Is it going to bug you if people are honking during the song?
I don't think it's going to bother me. It's going to be really interesting. I think if you're having a good time, you honk. There's no doubt about it. When I say I'm going to play this song called Airwaves, then honk your horn. If you want to sing along, just go beep, 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 beep. Like, do what you want. No rules.
And your band, are they on with you, or is it just you?
Yeah, I am bringing in my band. Everybody is coming in. It's very, very exciting, and that's why we are bringing live music back in a big way. It's not just me and my guitar. It's not just me through a Zoom call or an Instagram live. This is me and the boys getting back together. However, social distancing is something that we needed to take into account. So we have custom built plexiglass cases for everybody to be in, because singing is a way to truly transfer bacteria. And so we can't have that. So everybody is in their own custom built. Think of it like a phone booth. Think about it. Ron Burgundy, Anchorman.
I'm in a glass case of
emotion. That's exactly what everybody's going to be in.
Okay,
Except for me. I get to roam around.
Or wrestling nerds like me, I picture you in like an elimination chamber pod.
Yes, it's exactly what it's going to be. And as much as you'd want to break free, it's going to be very much like we're in the studio. So when we get together and rehearse, all of us, we're rehearsing on that stage so that we can get used to it. And we're rehearsing in our self-contained booths. That way, you know what? It's going to be like the studio. We're going to focus a lot on our parts and playing these songs as well as we can.
Did you call your buddy Garth Brooks for tips on how to do multiple shows at a high energy level like you guys do in a day? Or did you just take something from him when you opened for him when he was here last?
Yeah, I was very lucky to get to watch the GOAT as he announced his shows at the Saddle Dome, as he announced and went through his shows up at Rogers Place in Edmonton. And we did a bunch of shows together in Regina, Saskatoon, and Winnipeg, Hamilton. And he's the guy who knows that he's going to sell out more shows. So Ticketmaster is just at the ready. For me, I knew we had an opportunity to maybe do more than one, but I didn't think we were going to go full Garth Brooks on this thing. I didn't get a chance to talk to him about it yet, but I did get a very nice note from his manager, my former manager, who said, "Hey, see what you're doing. This reminds me of somebody, ...
So what did you learn watching Garth that'll help you prep for multiple high energy shows in a day?
The biggest thing is that he's the Energizer Bunny. It's sometimes you just look at somebody in inspiration and think, if they can do it, I'm certainly going to try. And so I've never played this many shows in a day before. We're going to do three per day. Honestly, we might be adding an additional show per day, for very special reason. I'll get to that maybe later. But watching Garth has been so special because it's like watching Muhammad Ali in the boxing ring. You're bound to learn something. It's like watching footage or live, Wayne Gretzky on the ice. You're going to learn something. So getting a chance to watch Garth like 40 times, you're bound to learn something.
Is there a place in the show where you break out anything sort of special message-wise for what we're going through? I understand you've kind of rewritten Tough People Do for what we're going through.
Yeah, that'll be probably the most important song in our set. As I was going through my set list and talking with my musical director today, actually, and talking with my band a lot, there's a lot of songs we don't want to mess with. We're very happy that they are what they are and they've become the hits that they've become. However, there's a song like Tough People Do that is so meaningful right now in this era and this life that we're all living, that we've adjusted it, stripped it down to really bring out a few more emotional characteristics in the lyric and in the melodies. So that's the song I'm looking forward to performing the most.
Was it something that you were sitting and watching your family all being quarantined together and it just kind of struck you, or is it something you had to work at?
You know, on both sides, from the live concert to what we did in Tough People Do, there's inspiration has struck me at some very weird times, at times where I least expected it. I remember at the beginning of quarantine, everybody was telling me, you know, you better get at it. You know, you better write your next record. And I couldn't be inspired. I couldn't find any creativity. But when it hit, I wanted to harness that energy. And that's how I came up with the idea to come up and do this concert special. And that's how I decided, you know what, I don't need to write a new song. I just need to revamp Tough People Do to make it more about this time. So I was very thankful that creativity and inspiration struck me when it did.
So without giving away what's changed, what is the message that struck you that you wanted to get across?
There was a vulnerability in my voice. When I first released that song in 2013, it's crazy to think it's been that long ago. When I did that song at that time, I was there just trying to get a song on the radio. So I remember over singing the song. I remember not really getting in touch with the lyrics the way I was supposed to, and I should have. And getting a chance to redo this and strip it down and make it less about it being a radio hit and more about it striking a bunch of important chords in somebody's heart. We took that approach in the studio and in my vocal take. And I'm way more proud, to be honest, of this version than I've maybe been about any song I've ever recorded.
When can we hear it?
We want to release it in time for the drive-in concert. And we believe it's going to cross your desk, Greg, on probably Friday, June 12th.
Like I have a desk. That's so cute of you to think that I have a desk.
You're a big star. You're a big radio star. If you don't have a desk, I need to call somebody.
Please do. Please do. That would be really nice. Hey, so there are a lot of people that are going to be driving in, not driving in, but like driving a long ways just to see one of your shows because, one, you're amazing to see live, and two, we crave live entertainment right now. How far have you driven just to see a concert or gone just to see a concert before?
Oh my God, I've driven extremely far. I remember going out to Vancouver to watch some shows out there to see Elton John. I remember, the biggest thing is not just concert, but like live entertainment, sports. I remember driving to Saskatoon, which was a pretty far drive for a kid from the farm. Just me and my brother to watch the Memorial Cup. I remember driving to Ottawa to watch WWE, WWF awesome. At the time. So yeah, and that was my family. Like we were farmers trying to save some money. So my dad did a cost analysis and it was cheaper to drive to Ottawa than it was to fly. Ask me how fun that road trip was.
Hey, Brett, how fun was that road trip?
At least I had this little travel guitar so I could play guitar in the passenger seat of the family van. And I feel I did more in that drive and learned more guitar than I probably would in a year's worth of lessons. So there was a silver lining, I guess.
I can only imagine how full that pecan got during that drive to Ottawa.
Yeah, exactly. And my parents were big in like, you're going to hold it. If you didn't go, even when you didn't have to go, when we stopped to get gas at 7-Eleven, that's your fault. Like, oh yeah.
You talked about driving to see sports. Are you going to cry when hockey comes back?
I cried when I heard that they were thinking about it coming back. I've been texting some of my friends and I'm saying that play in the NHL. I'm like, is this real? Is it coming back? Yeah, it's coming back. We're getting ready. And I'm like, oh my God, and it's awesome because you know what? I have no distractions at all. All I'm going to do is watch hockey, drink beer, and cheer for the Oilers, and we're going to win the cup this year. You heard it here first.
Do you care if you have to watch it at home or if you can go to like a bar? Where do you want to watch it?
I'll watch it wherever I can. I'll watch it on my app and live stream it on my phone while I'm drinking a beer at the lake. I will watch it at home with my kids crawling all over me. I will go to a bar and social distance and drink a couple pitchers of beer and call my wife and have her come pick me up, which she doesn't like doing. But like, I don't care. Hockey's coming back. There are no rules anymore.
It's basically green eggs and ham now. I will watch it on a plane. I'll watch it on a train. I'll watch it in a box. I'll watch it wearing socks. Like, whatever it is, right?
Exactly. Hey, you and I need to do that.
What?
Like a video of that, of rewriting Green Eggs and Ham about
For
watching
hockey?
hockey. I will watch it in a house. I will watch it with a mouse.
I'll tell you what. If you rewrite that with me, we'll do a video, but you also have to promise to come on my weekly Name That Tune game that Tim Hicks did last week.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. How well did he do?
Pretty good, actually. Just his one fault was the country category. He did not do well there.
Okay, so it's multi-genre.
It's multi-genre, yeah.
Okay, has anybody done perfect, like a 10 for 10 or 20 for 20?
Me, when I was the special guest player and I had Megan fill in as the host, I crushed it.
Nice. Okay, well, I'm ready to go.
You're a little busy. We'll figure that out later.
If I can go.
Let's finish with the game, okay? Since you're doing a drive-in concert, I always think of drive-in movies, and I'm going to test your knowledge of movies, okay?
Okay, I'll try my best.
So I've got quotes from famous movies from the past 30 years. You have to match the quote to the movie.
Okay, I'll try.
I don't have friends. I got family.
I don't know. Was that Donkey from Shrek? Sounds like something Eddie Murphy would say.
Not quite. It's from Furious 7.
Oh, well.
You'll get this one. You'll get this one because I'm going to do it right. You're my boy, Blue.
Yeah, it's from Old School.
There we go. You'll get this one too. I have nipples, Greg. Can you milk me?
Oh, Anchorman.
Oh, Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents. Oh, that sounded like something. Never mind. I get it. I missed it.
This one's in your lane. Just keep swimming.
Oh yeah, Finding Nemo.
Yeah. What about this one? What is this? A center for ants?
A center for ants?
Yeah.
I don't know. A Bug's Life or ants?
Zoolander.
See? Never watched Zoolander.
What about this one? Why so serious?
Oh. So, time out. Why so serious? Greg, I cannot believe this.
You want to know how I got these scars?
Oh, yeah. Dark Knight.
There it is. Now, this is too funny because we talked about this earlier and I had no idea we were going to. I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence.
National treasure.
All right, two more. Look at me.
Okay.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Oh, Tom Hanks in the pirate one. Captain.
Yeah.
I don't know. Captain Phillips?
Yes, Captain Phillips.
Okay.
Final one. She doesn't even go here.
She doesn't even go here. I have no idea.
Mean Girls.
And this Zoom call just cut out right as you're giving me the title.
Hey, buddy, I really appreciate catching up with you. I appreciate that you're doing something for our province that nobody else is doing and keeping us entertained in a big, big way. And I can't wait to hear all the reviews of your incredible shows.
Well, that means a lot. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun on this one. And
We'll
I
chat
can't
to you
wait for
soon,
the
okay,
next
brother?
one.
Say hi to the
Okay,
family.
see you.
All the best.
You bet. Bye for now.